Hello and welcome back to some more Genshin Impact. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. Instead of going to an Archon quest or a timed event that, a new timed event, because as you can see there's downloading resources at the bottom there. Instead, I'm going to be showing footage that I recorded a while back for a different timed event. It was the Anecdote timed event. I forgot the name of the event itself, but anyways, that event was pretty long. There was, I think, 45 anecdotes, and I already recorded the first one. Showed it in a video previously, and then I decided that I better save the rest of them for other videos. And then it turned out that because it was so long, I decided to create just one video for them, which is going to be this one. Aside from that, though, I did want to mention that there were a total of 3 timed events that I ended up doing off camera. Those timed events were things like a domain where you go in and you fight enemies. I've done that plenty of times before. A domain where you, and the second one was a domain where I went in and collected coins. I've done those before as well. And then the third one was a ping-pong minigame. Pinball? I don't know. Anyways, it's, one that I think I've done in Inazuma before as well. So yeah, all 3 of those I did off camera, but this one is going to be done on camera, obviously. So I hope that you enjoy this one. It's pretty long. I think it's going to be like an hour and a half to 2 hours long. I don't really know for sure because I tend to cut these things into parts because my computer started acting stupid a while back, where if I record videos for too long, it'll actually crash. But anyways, yeah. Hope you enjoy it. In but a night, the jade is cut in twain. The spring rain pours forth for a time and again. Wait, have I been reading this whole time? I should really start to practice my sword practice. Blah. Xingqiu? What are you up to? What a coincidence, running into you here. I'm currently practicing my swordsmanship. Well, perhaps it's more correct to say I'm practicing my penmanship. With a sword. Your pen is quite the dangerous thing, then. Ha! Don't worry. I've already finished my practice, and my pen's safely back in the box. See these fallen leaves? They're my calligraphy copybook. Some are sliced down to the middle, others cut along the veins, or chopped into pieces. Each represents one of 3 different calligraphic scripts. Scripts, you say? Ha! Yep, they're all forms of calligraphy, each with its own unique features. Some are neat and orderly, and others are more free-form and expressive. I must say that I have enjoyed my practice, though I can't say the same for the bamboo around me. This time I truly did become the autumn storm that sweeps through the forest. Was the phrase you were reading before some kind of secret mantra? A secret mantra? Oh, no. I was just reading the annotations in this book, Chronicle of Cleansing Ink. This book is quite marvelous indeed, and was written by a calligraphy master named Shifan. It is said that he shifted from calligraphy to swordsmanship, and afterwards attained mastery of both. After that, he did not hoard what he had gained, writing his swordsmanship down on a stone tablet and naming it the Chronicle of Cleansing Ink, making it free for all who followed the noble path of chivalry to come and see it. This particular book is a rare original annotated copy, with contents all transcribed from the original stone tablet. My brother really treasured this one. My brother is usually a giving and generous soul, but he loves books as much as his own life. Trying to borrow even one from him is like pulling teeth. I'll be honest, he scared me half to death when he handed me this copy a few days back, urging me to go practice my calligraphy. I had thought that I was about to become disowned on account of my terrible penmanship, and he was giving me the book as a farewell gift after having heard the news in advance. You should have seen the 2 of us, weeping and wailing, our hands clutching the book, refusing to let go. Okay. I suspect he was just reluctant to leave the book in your hands, and that you just really didn't want to practice, huh? Ha 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 ha. Oh, come on, you. You just had to come right out and say it, didn't you? Well, I thought the scene was pretty funny. In fact, I'd like to include it in my novel. And if I were to include your follow-up remark as well, I'm sure that would add some extra flavor. Oh my. We talked so much I lost track of time again. It's getting late, so I must hurry home. I'll see you around, Aether. Oh, it's you. What brings you here today? You, of course. Oh, you. Who taught you to be so cheeky? I'm not performing today, just dropping in to listen to Mr. Liu Su tell a story. It takes my mind off things a bit. Is something troubling you? Our troupe will be rehearsing an old classic called The Three Towers in a few days' time. I'd like to adjust a few lines and the corresponding details in the performance, but I haven't really made up my mind about whether they should be changed or not. Would you mind hearing me out? If you have time, of course. Please go ahead. For example, there's a famous line that goes like this. How gently do the clouds and flowers sway as dancing winds meander through the vales. The half moon is as a lovely face, and a glass raised to it moves the heart. I'm not looking to change the first half, but the second, if sung as is, feels like it is missing a little something. It would be great if I could add some actions that suit the scene. A raised bottle to indicate drinking, perhaps, and the set could be modified to match. There are quite a few more adjustments like that one, and though I would be personally more satisfied were we to change them, perhaps some older fans might prefer the way it was performed in the past. We don't have much time left to rehearse either, so there might be some issues with the timetable if we want to change the stage set and redo the stage movements. Rehearsals really are complicated. They are indeed. There are many factors to consider besides the script and performance themselves. Script writing and performances are our greatest strengths at the Yun Han Opera Troupe, and we love doing them. But beyond the stage, well, that can get tricky. There are things we cannot control, whether the audiences will like our innovations or if we can come to an amicable understanding with the organizers we're working with. But I see this as part of learning my role as troupe director. I'm already enjoying myself as a performer, and I'm sure these new challenges will present me with new kinds of delight as well. I'm sure you'll do just fine, Yunjin. I'll be cheering for you, Yunjin. Yeah, sure. Hee. Thanks for your kind words. I'm more sure than ever that the road ahead will be a smooth one. Anything else to say? Thank you for your kind words. Please, we'd love to have you there when our new production debuts. Okay. Oh, she's running the restaurant. That's funny.
Long was the road, and treacherous the way. As we guarded our clients, many trials and tribulations did we endure. Are you mad at me for only returning to see you now?
How could I be?
Are they, like, acting or something? This is weird.
As clouds by morning, as rain by night, I dwell ever in the mountain sight. Though we could not meet, I thought of you every single day we were apart.
They must be rehearsing, right?
Oh, May.
Hey there, Shenhe!
That or it's just, like, really bad delivery on the voice acting. Oh, it's you. What brings you here?
Oh, he was just saying that we haven't been to one Min restaurant in a while. We've got time today, so we've decided to swing by for some lunch. Is Chef Mao not in today?
Not that I have any right to criticize other people for voiceovers and stuff, seeing as how, I'm not exactly good at doing it myself. He's out buying some ingredients, so I'm looking after the store today. You were in deep thought just a moment ago. Something on your mind? No, it's fine now. What would you like to eat? I can make it for you. I've learned a few things from the Chef Mao while working here.
Oh, really? What can you cook then?
There's grilled tigerfish, julienne chili chicken.
Awesome! Those are some of our favorites.
Yes, I've noticed you order them during previous visits. Just wait a moment. Leave the cooking to me. We'll help you out.
That's right. I'm on the great friend and taster of countless delicacies, is here to give you some tips today. Let's go!
Uh-huh.
Whoa, the veggies got chopped in a heartbeat. That's the traveler for ya.
Oh, wow.
Hang on. Isn't the flame a bit too high? Oh, hey, Shenhe! Smoke's pouring out from beneath the stove!
No need to worry. Cryo incarnate. Well, that's one way to handle a fire, I suppose.
Wait! Why'd you freeze over the stove, too? Huh? This tastes surprisingly good. The chili chicken's taken on a whole new texture after being flash frozen. Have we discovered a new dish by accident? Delicious! Come try some, you two!
I'm glad it tastes good. Let's cook together again sometime.
Hello there. Are you open for business right now?
Oh, looks like more customers are starting to show up. Guess you should get back to work, Shenhe.
Yes, I'll go have a look.
Sunset Red Tours. You sure a name like that will bring in clients?
Aw, come on. We can work on the name later. What I'm telling you is that sending your elderly family out on tours is a thing youngsters do to show their filial piety nowadays, so they say. It's a business opportunity not to be missed. Sorry, could we order, please?
Okay. Interesting. Let's talk to her again. Could you tell me more about that tour group you mentioned earlier?
Are you interested in Sunset Red Tours?
Wait a second. Where are they? They haven't appeared? That's weird.
Ahem. Good miss, our name is, in truth, Senior Joy Tours. The go-to choice for all filial young folks looking to treat their parents or grandparents.
Ah, yes. And here's the itinerary.
Huh. That's weird. I wonder why they aren't, like, appearing. Kokomi appears to have fallen asleep. Piles of documents lining the table. Going through them must have expended a great deal of her energy. This is a rare moment off for her. Best not to wake her up. You wait for a while more. You unconsciously glance at the notebook that has fallen open on the table. Elegant writing catches your eye. Aether hasn't visited Watatsumi Island in a while. Energy? -3. Perhaps we should find a moment when she's free to swing by and have a chat. And she continues to sleep. Yes, the biggest issue here is pricing. Oh, you're here. Come and sit. What are you busy with? Are we interrupting you? I'm looking over the winery's recent production and sales reports. Don't worry, I just finished. Is there some trouble? I wouldn't go that far. It's just that the last grape harvest was adversely affected by the weather, reducing the yield. Elzer responded in time, and as such, there are no issues with the quality. What I need to do is settle a price for them. Our supply has decreased, but demand for Mondstadt and beyond has not changed. At times such as this, pricing must be carefully considered. Scarcity drives value up. Precisely. When demand exceeds supply, some will seek to profit more. Our distributors are all thinking the same thing. However, Dawn Winery has no intention to gouge our customers. We've been in business for a long time, and pricing our liquors and spirits has long become a part of life here in Mondstadt. Sullying the memories people have when they think of Dawn Winery in exchange for short-term profit is unnecessary. I'm not so poor that I'd stoop that low. So that's how a bona fide winery boss operates, huh? Is that so surprising? Elzer was actually quite quick to accept this reasoning. In fact, he went to meet with our distributors immediately. Ah, yes. It's been a while since you've come by. Would you like me to open a bottle for you? Well, we're here to visit you, so, yeah. No need to stand on ceremony, then. I was in the mood for some apple cider myself. In fact, would you like some? The first cup poured from a fresh bottle is the most fragrant. Here. How does it taste? If you like, I can pour you another glass once you're done. It's been a while since we've seen him. Oh, and we even got some apple cider. That's nice. And here she is training, and it won't let me talk to her. There we go. Gale Blade! Huh? Noelle? I thought you were Ellen for a second there. Ellen must be the person that normally is training in this area. Oh, Honorary Knight. Hello. Ellen's off moving some new wooden dummies in. Is there something you'd like to ask her? Not really, I was simply passing through. Were you practicing using Gale Blade just now? That's right. I've been discussing swordplay with Ellen over the past few days, and the topic of Master Jean's legendary Gale Blade came up. Okay, so it's not one of Noelle's moves, huh? Though neither of us has an anemo vision, the techniques underpinning it are still worth careful study. After talking it over, we decided to use wooden dummies to practice. Ellen's great with the sword, you know. Her every move is incredibly precise. But although I know that the moves like this require exactness and finesse, and I practice a lot, I still can't quite accurately grasp the essence of the technique. I'm already doing my best to maintain control, but each time I swing my sword, I always end up destroying every dummy at once. I just haven't reached that level. You're using a claymore for her Gale Blade. You know, I'm not surprised if this happened to you. I'd love to practice with the one-handed sword, but they're all just too light. They feel so alien to my hand. I can't comfortably wield them at all. Also, most of those blades are just too flimsy and go flying off the hilt as I wave them around, sometimes burying themselves straight into the ground. Last time I was practicing outside the city, one little mistake sent a blade flying right up to the top of the cathedral, and it slammed into the steeple bell. Wow. The sound was like thunder, and that sent Sister Victoria into a panic. She rushed straight away to our headquarters, saying that the city might be under attack. Yeah, I can imagine. Master Jean had to spend a good long time explaining things to her before she was calm enough to leave. I've already asked Mr. Wagner to forge a super heavy single-handed sword for me, though I'm not sure when he'll finish it. I do hope that its blade won't get flung off when I swing it. Ellen appears in the distance, hauling over wooden dummies, and Noelle does something. And I wasn't able to read what that said, but that's fine. What about you, Ellen? Do you need something? Sorry, I'm all sweaty. Nope, sorry for bothering you, okay. Baishu and Ningguang are together, which is interesting.
Your cold was caused by the physical and mental strain you've been under lately, I fear. Such things are more common with the changing of the seasons.
Just prescribe some medicine for me, if you would. I'll have someone pick it up in a few days.
As you say. However, while colds can be cured with medication, overexertion could cause it to reoccur.
Thank you for the advice, Dr. Baishu, but I cannot simply ignore the affairs of state. Alleviating the symptoms through your prescription should suffice for now.
I will write up some more nourishing dietary prescriptions. Please, take things slow and avoid weakening your body too much.
Aether, our distinguished guest. Is there some urgent matter at hand? Well, you seem like you haven't had enough rest for one. Are you feeling unwell? I slept too little last night, and after getting up, there was a chill draft. So I caught a cold. I was planning to just deal with it using a bit of medicine, but a massive headache came with the package, so I had to invite Dr. Baishu over. My apologies, Dr. Baishu, for having to have you come over every so often to adjust my prescriptions.
Not at all. Diagnosing, treating, and saving people are well within my duties. But
Then you know that this too is where my duties lies, Dr. Baiju. Ministry of Civil Affairs is a crossroads where many matters meet, all of which must be seen to with care. To that end, no amount of effort is too great. If you think just me having a headache is bad, imagine the number of people who'd get one if I were to just drop all my work all of a sudden. And if everyone at the ministry became overtaxed, I imagine Liyue Harbor itself would catch a cold then.
here's the prescription. Please make sure you get enough rest, Lady Tianquan.
Thank you, Doctor. I'll be sure to keep that in mind. And I wonder, does Ningguang have anything new to say?
Here's the
Nope,
prescription.
just repeating it, okay. Oh, you should have spent your salary on a good meal for yourself, or saved it, or something. To waste it on nothing is... You are my closest kin, Master. According to the customs of mortals, I should demonstrate filial piety. Huh.
Shenhe? Shenhe? What are you two talking about?
Hello, Xinyan. We meet again, Shenhe. It has been a while indeed. Have you come all this way to visit one then?
Oh, of course! Friendships need to be maintained from time to time, don't they? Also, Paimon overheard you talking about a good meal. Is there something Paimon should know about that?
We were not discussing food, Paimon. Master was simply giving me guidance just now. Many of the restaurant's younger customers have signed their parents up for the most popular group tour around. When I heard that their tours were designed specifically for seniors, I signed Master up as well. They're called Senior Joy Tours. Here, have a look at their pamphlet.
O'er mountains tall and rivers wide, come see Liue's wondrous sights. Accommodation at special guest suites, tasting authentic local delicacies, traveling in exclusive carriages. Wow, Paimon kinda wants to try this out too!
Humph. One had already traveled the length and breadth of this land long before the name Liyue even came to be. What sights would there be a witness that one has not yet beheld?
Also, a trip this luxurious couldn't have been cheap, right?
It cost 3 months of her salary, and then some. And you didn't think to confer with one before putting down the deposit either. Well, one should have to act now, surely. I would gladly spend my entire salary if it would make you happy, Master. Oh, you silly... It is enough to have your devotion, Shenhe. But now that it comes to this, Shenhe, let us... Understood. I'll cancel the registration on your behalf, Master. She was about to actually accept it. That's funny.
Huh?
Uh-huh. You're right, Master. I was too impulsive. The tour group manager was very convincing, but I'd rather listen to you, Master. I'll find him and cancel the registration as soon as possible.
Wait, haven't you paid the deposit already?
Right. Leaving the matter of getting the Mora back aside, it would be such a hassle. It's no trouble. The manager promised me that the cost would be refundable. I will try my best to negotiate with words, and if an altercation occurs, that will only make things easier. What? You... Forget it. Go do what you must. The hour grows late. I shall return and cook for Xingqiu.
Uh-oh. What do we do? She's mad for sure. Come on, we gotta think of something. Hey!
Don't worry too much about it. She won't stay angry for long, I'm sure. Master's angry? Why would that be? After that, is she still upset at how I spent my salary?
No, she's definitely not mad at you. Don't blame yourself, okay? But even though she said she didn't want to go, she's really proud of you anyway. You should have seen her smile while we were chatting. Any wider and it would have split her face in two. She's probably just disappointed because she was looking forward to this trip. And it went up in smoke.
So if we proceed as originally planned, she'll be fine. Is that what you mean?
What do you think, Traveler?
I've got a better idea. How about this? Let me design an exclusive customary itinerary for Shenhe instead.
An exclusive? Ooh, Paimon gets it! You're going to put together a travel itinerary tailored just for her, right? That sounds like a good plan! Nice one, Traveler! Oh, and what do you think, Shenhe?
You're the experienced one here. I trust your judgment.
Just leave it to us! He's the world-famous traveler, after all, and Paimon's his super awesome guide! We'll come up with a trip that's up to Shenyan's standards for sure!
An Adeptus Abroad, the Great Pleasure Excursion. Let's go!
Yep, since she's seen all there is to see in Liyue already, let's take the opportunity to bring her to places further afield! We're spoiled for choice, though. Where should we recommend she go first?
Mondstadt, the city of wind and freedom. A fine place to start a journey.
Makes sense. That's where we started out too, after all. Mondstadt City, Star-Snatched Cliff, Windrise, and Sweet Madams. Oh, gotta jot everything down.
Is there anything I can help you with? There is something that only you can do. Give this Mondstadt travel guide to Shenhe. Understood, I will. Thank you, Paimon. And thank you, Aether. This should be the book that the director wants. Hey there, Zhongli. What are you looking at? Ah, Aether. Always a pleasure. As it happens, the director asked me to help her purchase some books. Pretty Please Kitsune Gucci, Reborn as the Raiden Shogun. Sorry, had to clear my throat. Outlander Brigade. You know what? I have a feeling it would probably be something like Outlander Brigade. This is only part of our list. There are some items... Oh, those were all on our list. Okay. There are some items that are not on sale here. I've already asked the store owner to purchase them. Have you read these books, Zhongli? Not before this, no. But I have read a few recently at Director Who's urging. Quite interesting, I must say. Inazuman's stories are written in a vastly different style from those of Liyue. I wouldn't say that either is better. All the people have their preferences, after all. No, no, I meant, you know, about Reborn as the Raiden Shogun. What of it? I thought the book's depiction of the Shogun's martial prowess was most vivid. The research the characters conducted into the Muso no Hitotachi was also quite fascinating. It's getting late. I should go deliver these books to Director Who. Let's meet again sometime. Huh? Where's Dr. Baishu? I guess I'll have to come back in a few days. Aether? What brings you to Bupu Pharmacy? Are you hurt anywhere? Or have you fallen ill and need medicine? I came over because I saw you were here. Are you ill, Kuching? No, nothing too serious. I just got distracted while descending a mountain a few days ago and sprained my ankle. I ignored it at first, but the next morning my ankle hurt so much it felt like it was going to split open. I couldn't even walk. Fortunately, Ganyu came by to see me. She helped get Dr. Baishu and he applied some medicine. Thanks to his excellent medical skills, I was out of bed and walking after just a few days. It doesn't even hurt now. You sure you're fine now? Almost, I'd say. I'm just here to get some nourishing herbs today. Don't worry, I know my limits. I'm out doing land surveys almost every day, and I don't know how many scrapes and bruises I've gotten along the way. It's no big deal. Oh, looks like the doctor's here. I'll go get my medicine now. Talk to you later. Hi-ya-ya-ya-ya! Xiangling, you smell wonderful today. Let me have another whiff, would you?
Smells great, doesn't it? This is the first of Yingar's new batch. She sent me a small box of samples. Oh, hey, Traveler. Come over. Give this scent a try. What do you think?
It sure smells good. Did you make some almond tofu? Not bad. Got it in one. Your nose is as sharp as mine. This scent really is spot on too. Perfume? Then this is... Is this an almond tofu flavored perfume?
Ding, ding, That's right! Just a few days ago, I was passing by Yingar's place and saw her looking all worried, so I asked her what was wrong. She told me that she wanted to make some new perfumes that would be really appealing, but that she'd been racking her brains for days without any good ideas. So, she asked me if I could think of a scent that would be novel, popular, but also something completely untried by any other perfumer. So I said to her that most perfumes are made from flowers or plant extracts. So why not try making one that smells like food? It'd definitely be really fun.
Hiya, fun is right. But there's just one teeny little problem. The longer you smell it, the louder your tummy starts to rumble. Hear that, youngling? That's mine going, feed me, feed me. Hey, look, I'm starving too.
All right, no problem. Come on in. I'll have 2 plates of almond tofu ready for you in no time. Ooh, this perfume sure packs a punch. I wonder if she can maybe make some grilled tiger fish next time. Or golden shrimp balls, maybe.
I don't think that those would smell very good as a perfume. That's just my guess based on, yeah, I don't think a fish smelling perfume would ever smell good, but that's just me. The grass did spring and sprout anew, and heaven and earth both verdant grew. After the rain, the wind blows gently, and the clouds are light. Looking out over the horizon, one's heart is open wide. And then, should one happen to meet an old friend, well, there could be no better day than this, wouldn't you agree? Is that all he had to say? Yep, that's all he had to say, for right now at least. Flurry of frost and autumn leaves, how they scatter, how they swirl. More swordsmanship practice, Xingqiu? Or more penmanship practice, Xingqiu? Probably that. Heh, I knew you'd come today. I haven't been here long, actually. This must be exactly what they mean by great minds thinking alike and the understanding shared by kindred spirits. Did your brother end up reclaiming his book? No, he hasn't. He did see me reading as I practiced my swordsmanship, and he did sigh, shake his head, and make gestures with his feet and hands, but he didn't ask for the book back. So why did he suddenly... Well, my guess is that this was my father's idea. He always told me to practice my calligraphy more and pen a few more congratulatory notes on behalf of the family. That way I could temper my mind and also gradually get in touch with our business partners, which would lay a foundation for my future role in managing our family affairs. And besides, I don't know who else could open my brother's bookcase if not my father. But you know me. I'm honestly most afraid of being stuck sitting up straight at a reception table, feigning civility and giving lip service to... Sorry, pretend I never said that. Yeah, that sounds like it'd be really grating. I understand how you feel. Right? I'd much rather find a quiet spot to practice penmanship on my own than sit there drinking stale tea and listening to staler conversation. So I came here under the pretext of working my swordsmanship into my calligraphy and gaining the relevant enlightenment from Chronicles of Cleansing Ink. That way I get to do a bit of both. I didn't expect that you'd show up so quickly, though. It seems that my swordplay was quite the effective signal beacon. And what enlightenment have you gained, perchance? I've realized that even famous figures have an earnest side to them. They aren't prideful, haughty beings of divine skill, as many think. As you can see, this original annotated copy contains some remarks and critiques made by a who's who of swordplay and calligraphy from a previous generation. One can, even if vaguely, glimpse the personalities of those eminent personages shining through. Take this, for example. This is another calligraphy crate who didn't get along with Chiffon. See how he nitpicks and hangs on to every little error, and how long his annotations are. See, this is the commentary he gave on Chiffon's calligraphy free, unrestrained, sharp as a bared edge, like a great tree braced against the wind. It sounds like a compliment, but I fear when he calls Chiffon a great tree, it was in the sense that the greatest tree in a forest is the first to be crushed by the wind. An educated person indeed. Quite the backhanded compliment. You can barely tell it's a criticism. Of course, those two often butted heads, but one must always be careful when penning words down. Words penned in black and white can hardly be taken back, after all. In response, Chiffon penned the following response. Spring will come, and the tree shall yield less shade. And here, too, I remember that the one who wrote this was, I can't say that word, Chanchuan? I don't know. At some point. They say he was brilliant at both calligraphy and swordplay, but that his comments were always very concise. This is what he wrote. Lovely, but you never did learn how to sign your name. There's all sorts of other interesting annotations too. Come on, let me show you. Hold on just a second. Wasn't the point to use swordplay as a way to transition it to calligraphy practice? Oh, there's no rush. No rush at all. As my great-grandfather always says, to practice calligraphy is to temper heart and mind. Only by understanding this text can you learn to write the words within. Actually, wait. Do you know what time it is right now? Well, just look at the sky. Oh, drat. I'm going to be late back. Looks like I'll be getting an earful from Father now. Either way, I've got to face the music now. I'll be back later to practice my swordplay again, though. So if you have time, why not come and join me? I'm sure we'll improve all the faster by putting our heads together and putting one another to the test. But if you don't want to practice, we can always take a walk, or even go fishing. Look at me rambling on like this. I'll head back first. See you later. Oz, mine faithful familiar. Do you mean to say that even should they grasp the healage, I can't say that, der Verurtelung, the glorious revelations of the Immanoctrite, will remain beyond their comprehension?
Yes, mein Fräulein, my sovereign, my noblest and gracious liege.
Is that a different voice for Oz?
Not only do your retainers in the Adventurers Guild speak your true name aloud, but they even named the Heilige Edicta, the official dictionary. They regard it as no more than a reference book meant for mere children to understand the basic facts of life, and they do not perceive, much less comprehend, the truths concealed within. Alas, such lamentable mortals. Is this not a form of blasphemy? Surely it must be so.
Osvaldo, my most loyal friend, I know how you feel, but be not wroth, lest the eyes of whatever that is, which sever day from night, become blinded. Know that I, Fischl, remain the Prinzessin der Verurtelung, the judge who presides over all the sin of this world, and she who sees all true knowledge of this realm. Behold, their true shapes have long been laid bare before the der Verurtelung, that of trembling lost sheep who wish nothing more than to embrace salvation. And so, in this, the sequestered store of sagacity, I don't know how to say that, soaked in stellar sheen, mine royal person shall, in the name of love and nobility, extend clemency upon the guilty masses and forgive them of their sin, of their vulgar scorn. Forgive them the sin of their vulgar scorn. Okay. This I must do, lest the fates become forever sundered from the Immanoctrite, foremost and greatest of lands. I, the Princessin, shall never let such a dismal aeon come to pass. All you who pledge loyalty unto me, remember this. I shall raise you up, and like the brightest of stars shall you be, shining from on high in the eternal nighttime sky. Sing for joy, sing for praises, sing praise unto your Princessin. Hey, official? Eh? How? I Ah, it is you, O traveler from beyond this world. The sight of you brings me great joy. Is it an audience you seek? Do not be so prim. Speak your desire. You are one who I have blessed, after all, and the princessin will not be sparing in showing you her favor.
Oh, it's you, Fish. Your Highness, the princessin. Well, we were just passing through, but since the ruler of the Imernoctri has shown us your royal favor, then please bestow upon us some Mora.
Of course, that's what you would ask for. Humph, Mora, my lost friend, must you pursue the reprehensible front of... Wait. Must you pursue that reprehensible font of reality and sin, the precise white that I, the princessin, mean to judge?
Mein Fräulein fears that the temptations of Mora would lead you astray. And might I add that, despite how it may sound, she is not simply making excuses because she cannot afford to honor your request.
You never know. Paimon's one true love might just be Mora.
That's right. The world's a big place with all kinds of dreams, after all.
Ah, my eye. Ah!
What's wrong, Fischl? Are you ill?
Fear not, Paimon. Mein Fräulein is not ill, merely using her power.
I see it. Paimon, my left eye sees your fate in its truth. The stars convene for you, and lost dreams float amidst the dark before dawnbreak, a veil impenetrable, even to a scribe who sees all secrets. That which weaves your fate is the golden thread of truth and wisdom. Your noble, pure self, it waits for you on a far shore without Mora. That is your truest essence, Paimon.
Really? Noble and pure? Is that the kind of person Paimon is? Paimon's kind of awesome.
That's an interesting look there. No, I cannot scribe further, for even a princessin who bears the Auderverterlung, I wish I could remember how that's pronounced, is certain to become lost in your boundless, immaculate, phantasmal night. In the name of the princessin, Paimon, you must completely purge yourself from the foul taint of Mora, that which means to plunge your world into darkness and despair.
Completely purge the taint of Mora?
I think she's saying you can't have even a single Mora to your name.
That is precisely mein Fräulein's meaning. Not a single Mora.
Not even one? Paimon's so sad. Hey, why are you all looking at Paimon like that? You don't seriously think she was asking for Mora, do you?
I don't know. I thought she was serious.
It was a joke! It's been a while since we saw each other, so Paimon was just telling a joke. Because we're friends.
That's right. It has been quite some time.
Right! And it's so nice to see you again, Fischl. Oz. What are you doing here anyway?
Well then, has the time come to speak of business? Gladly shall I inform you then that this convocation is being held to revise the Helage I wish I could say that. Derverterlung.
And what's that?
It's a manual circulated amongst mine retainers, which they mean to use to interpret the glorious revelations of the Imernoctri. It contains many errors, of course, but it nonetheless demonstrates mortal aspiration towards higher wisdom. As such, I shall permit its existence. This manual shall guide them towards the all-surpassing world, the terminus of the universe, the place of rest that shall shatter fate, the end of causality itself, the Imernoctri.
Wow! That sounds super impressive. But what is it exactly?
Simply put, it is a tome that can translate mein Fräulein's speech into common tongue. As such, the adventurers have taken to calling it the Official Dictionary.
Ah, so it's official speak translation manual.
Yes, but please be aware that using anything other than its official title is quite disrespectful. It is formally named the Heilige Edicta de Verurteilung. We will have to make sure that this is noted in the revised version.
Heilige, huh? Is that how he said that? Heilige?
The Heilige
Heilige. Heilige. I don't know how he said that exactly.
Wait a minute! So the book actually exists?
Could you show it to us? Of course, but not now, for there are still many errors in the present version, and I shall not have thee, O blessed one, struggle through that morass that lies between fact and falsehood. That agony, those shackles, I shall be the one to bear it all alone.
Mein Fräulein means to say that she will let you see the book once editing is complete.
Wow! That's so nice of you, official.
When might we expect to see it then? Fret not, traveler, for our bonds are as intertwined as the dawn and its light. The destined day when the Immonoctrite's great revelation are made known to you shall dawn without fail at the promised hour.
What mein Fräulein means to say is, will be done soon. Stop rushing me.
That sounded a lot colder post-translation. Did you make a mistake somewhere, Oz?
My apologies. Allow me to rephrase. What mein Fräulein means to say is, come on, we're almost done, so don't rush me.
Peace prevails throughout the land, and all things are made new, as buds in the spring. This is still an auspicious era for humanity.
Hey, Shenhe! You're here after all!
Ah, it's you two.
You seem like you're in a good mood. Right? You're not angry anymore, are you?
Do you believe one to be so small-minded? One has already conferred with Shenhe, and indeed, your selection has proved well considered. This is Star Snatch Cliff, yes? Wait, this is Star Snatch Cliff then. A name well given. The wind here differs from that of Mount Outsong, being more lively and carefree, yet it suits me still.
Oh, we're glad you like it. We would have felt awful if we made you spend all that effort climbing up here only for you not to enjoy yourself.
Effort? One soars upon the wind and sees all for leagues around. It is but trivial to seek this place. And were one to begin climbing from the foot of this cliff, 'twould have been but a short way up by winged foot. Hardly what one might call effort.
That's true. Paimon almost forgot that she's a big illuminated bird.
What insolence! One's ears are exceedingly sharp as well, thank you.
What Paimon means to say is that we're no match for your super-duper adeptal powers. He can attest to that. It was a tough climb to the summit the first time we came here.
Things weren't easy for us back then. No need for such modesty. The past is the past, not the present. One is never misjudged. Or do you claim that even with a prodigious talent such as yours, scaling this cliff would not now be nigh effortless? Well, when you put it like that...
Speaking of, why are you alone? Paimon thought Ganyu, Shenhe, or the others might come along with you.
Is that so strange? One's disciples all have matters they must attend to. Even Shiryu, at her age, trains hard, knowing that time is of the essence and is not to be frittered away. In any case, leisure such as this is most gladsome. One is always gone where one pleases after all, and one is both pleased and at ease when alone.
You really are like one of those wandering heroines from the stories.
Really now? In that case, I trust that you're familiar with this Fontanian camera. Since I do not often travel far abroad, do take a few pictures for me, would you? The camera has already been properly set up. You only need to stand at a distance and press the mechanism. The only question is, what pose should one strike? Any suggestions? Strike a cool pose like a Huron, of course. Just stay relaxed like you usually are, it's more genuine. Or try something unexpected, perhaps. Let's do the more genuine one. Let us do so then. What do you think? Does one's hair remain properly coiffed? Is that how you say that? Hold that pose. I'm going to press the shutter. let's roll with the cool pose instead, or I think the unexpected pose feels like a nice surprise. Nah, let's hold that pose. Indeed, one is ready. Are you done? Let one inspect your work. Not bad at all. Good work. Now let one take some pictures for you as well.
Huh? Us too?
From how you spoke of this place just now, it holds significant place in your memory. Surely you must have had many new thoughts now that you have visited it once more? Why not capture the spirit of the moment then? That way you may relive those feelings when looking at this picture in the future.
Oh, that makes total sense. Alright then, let's take some photos. Thanks a lot, Shenyan.
This camera is rather ingenious. The image is sharp and clear. Wipe the corner of your mouth, little one. We shall commence shortly.
Right, sure. Did Paimon not wipe off the biscuit crumbs from breakfast?
Well, come then. What's on your mind as you stand by the cliff? How do you feel? Very happy. The time I fell to the bottom after running out of stamina comes to mind. Did I ever do that? I don't know. Let's select very happy. Have you decided what expression to make then? We shall press the shutter shortly. Alright, this'll do.
Yep. The feeling that comes to mind first is the most important.
There's another interesting shot there. Some of these anecdotes give us some interesting shots. Alright then. Just as one thought it would turn out. Excellent indeed.
Ooh, Paimon wants to see! Huh. You have a look.
That's not exactly what I imagined. Where's all the scenery? Is something wrong? You've traveled all over Teyvat for years on end, and in the process, even its most wondrous sights may have grown mundane. As such, it is the emotions you feel as you travel that are most precious.
But the photos you had us take of you had a whole eye full of pretty scenery. Why the change?
How could these two things be comparable? One's trip was made specifically to lay eyes on a mountain and water, and since it is also one's first time, capturing the scenery is but the logical choice. Moreover, how would those two old fossils know where one has been without ample visual evidence? They are not the only ones who know how to go gallivanting behind one's back. Anyway, one has had great fun today. Your travel guide shall be followed to the letters, so do not fret. Thank you for your help. In any case, go now, and see to your own business. You need not attend to me every hour of the day. Thank you, Master Jean. I'll keep that in mind. Good. Now do it again. I'll help correct your movements. Yeah, Gale Blade! Greetings, Honorary Knight. Hello. Anything I can help you with? Oh, don't worry, I'm fine. I'm just here to watch Noelle train. She's very talented, and a fast learner as well. Although our weapon of choice isn't exactly the same, there are always shared principles in swordsmanship. All I did was give her a reminder or two, and she immediately understood. All that's left now is to remain patient and practice diligently. With your intuitive understanding, Noelle, techniques like this shouldn't take you too long to master. Just do be careful while practicing, alright? If you want to do weight training, you can tie the loads to your wrists. That way, some accidents can be prevented, even in the event of, unexpected disassembly. I'm so sorry, Master Jean. I won't toss my sword into your office again, I promise. Oh yeah, I remember that. She was talking about how she, somehow tossed her sword away or something. It's fine, don't worry. And in any case, after you spent all that time cleaning yesterday, everything is completely back to how it was. But the sword is still stuck in your office ceiling, and it's too high up to easily pull out. Oh, that. Well, we can just leave it there for now as interior decoration, I guess. Can we talk to them again? Alright, let's continue, shall we? Yes, Master Jean. Oh, Aether, Paimon, what brings you here? We've come to see you, of course. I do happen to have some free time lately. So you came to visit? How many days will you be here? In that case, I'll get someone to prepare a bed for you. Oh, or would you like something to eat first? Oh yes, and there's these 2 books that I'd like us to read together.
Time out. You don't need to cover everything all at once. We've got plenty of time.
Let's just talk with each other first. Sure. The weather's great today, so shall we walk and talk?
We've been to Watatsumi Island so many times, but the views here are as breathtaking as ever. You know what? Once you find your sister, we might as well move here permanently. What do you say?
You'd be most welcome to, although I think you might have already embarked on your next adventure by then. Oh, I can have a room reserved just for your use, so you can drop by for a vacation anytime.
That'd be awesome!
How have you been recently, Kokomi?
Yeah, and let us know if there's anything troubling you. We'll help you out, no worries.
Me? Well, I really haven't had any issues lately. Harvests here have been good, and the security situation is much better than it was before. There's still much to do, but it's all work I'm used to doing, and well within my duties as the Divine Priestess. That said, I must say that all the familiar work, that familiar day-to-day, it was getting rather samey since you left, so I'm glad you're back to visit.
We're happy to see you too, Kokomi.
Ah,
Your Excellency, and... Captain? You're back and you didn't think to tell us? Come on.
You're from Swordfish too. I'm not your captain anymore, you know?
You'll always be our captain in our hearts.
Your Excellency, Captain, we'll be organizing a bonfire party later. You want to join us?
Oh, a party? There'll be loads of delicious food, right?
Of course. In fact, I'll be handling the cooking myself.
Are you sure your culinary skills are up to it?
Let's party then. In that case, I'll have someone send some ingredients over to you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. We'll go start the preparations right away.
Looks like you're still pretty popular, huh? They all perked right up when they saw you.
Well, I do recall that you first earned their respect by proving your strength before becoming captain, despite having the letter of appointment. That sort of respect comes from the heart. If you should need help one day, I'm sure they'll be glad to fight by your side. I miss those days. True, sometimes I drift off during work, and think about how you must be adventuring out there in the world, confronting all manner of difficult problems, even facing life and death situations. I regret not being able to always stand by your side and provide you with the tactical assistance. But though we're far apart, I wish you all the success in your journey and adventures to come. Let's go. It's almost time for the party. Is there gonna be an actual party that we go to? I guess so, yeah. Interesting. So I guess we should talk to some people first.
Whose turn is it to sing now? Come on, you know who you are. You lost that round of rock, paper. Oh.
Yeah.
Time to start the party. Nobody's going home sober, you hear me? Nobody.
I can't talk to her. I can't talk to him or him. I have a feeling I'm supposed to talk to Kokomi before I leave.
Captain, tell us a story about the other nations, will you?
Not long ago, we had a merchant from Mondstadt come in with dandelion wine. It was my first time drinking it, so I bought a huge batch of the stuff. They say that Mondstadt's home to a huge winery. That true, Captain? I'd love to go see it if I get the chance.
Yep, the Dawn Winery. Run by D-Luke. And I think Kaya as well, to a certain extent. What a great time. Where should we go next, I wonder? I know. Why don't we take a trip outside Watatsumi Island? Then you could show me around. She didn't have much more to say. Anyways, it was neat. A little party going on here. I think that's the first time that an anecdote's actually taken me to another area. Pew, pew! Hunting alone, Deanna. Would you like some help? Humph. Hunters of the Catslin bloodline return successfully even when they go solo. Wouldn't shouting pew pew scare the animals off? No way. Can't you see that my arrows fly faster than the sound of my voice? Ah, so the pew-pew was for a cutesy dramatic effect. Hey, cut that out. I can hear you, you know. Don't underestimate the Kathleen airs. Huh, whatever. I'm not going to argue with you. Here, have some meat. I caught more than I need, and I'd have shared it with everyone anyway if I brought it back. Thanks, Diona. I think I said Diona before, but it's Diona. You're the finest hunter in Springvale. Hee hee. You'd best remember it. And vote for me if the town ever chooses a champion. Last thing I need is for you to help give that silly old dad of mine a big head. Okay. Ah! Huh. It seems the Kathleen bloodline faces some troubles of its own. I'm not afraid of those wolves, you hear? Absolutely not. It would just be too much trouble if we were to fight, that's all. And I'm not sharing my catch with them after I worked so hard for it. Hey, what are you standing around for? They're practically on top of us. Come on, let's just go already. Already this late, huh? Morning prayers must have begun already. Forget it, I'll skip them. Did you stay up drinking all night? Are you off work today? I'm working right now, you know. See that fresh face? He came into the tavern just when it was getting dark. Got straight to drinking and bragging with the adventurers. Anything suspicious about him? He claims to be an experienced merchant from Liyue. The tavern's warm, but he's very uncomfortable, doing all he can to cover the marks on his skin and his clothes. And he's got freshly frostbitten fingers. You see them when he takes his gloves off to shake hands. So he's been someplace cold, huh? Yes, such as Dragonspine's foothills, before coming here for his own reasons. And as for the lie... What sort of seasoned merchant would cross Dragonspine to get from Liyue to Mondstadt? Want to me as your guard. That's weird. Well, you come to the right guy.
I've heard much about your deeds, Mr. Stanley. But I'm afraid... Oh, yes. We still don't have quite enough people. See, a little bird told me that the legendary treasure hoarder, Big Sis of the South, has the batch of goods I'm moving to Liyue in her sights.
Stanley, want me to talk to Catherine about this and help this good gentleman out a bit? I wasn't planning on running any errands in Dornman Port anyway.
Ah, that would be wonderful. I can't thank you enough. Dornman Port, you say? Isn't that quite close to Mondstadt? That should make our route very safe indeed.
Why don't I recognize that name? Dornman Port? Weird.
Of course, I'll still need the bulk of manpower on my end instead. Money's no object, so just gather as many of your comrades as you can.
Thus giving you a chance to waylay the goods at Dornman Port, I presume.
What? What are you talking about?
Come with me, my good gentleman. A warm tavern is the right place for what I want to talk to you about next.
Wait, sister? Is something the matter with him?
Since when does Big Sis of the South ever tip her hand before she makes her move? Luring troublesome opponents away from their posts? You treasure hoarders haven't learned any new tricks even after all this time.
I don't know any treasure hoarders! I'm innocent, you hear?
What I hear is that, as it just so happens, the Knights of Favonius caught some treasure hoarders making camp in the Dragonspine foothills. Since you're innocent, I'm sure you wouldn't mind coming with me to see them. They won't recognize you, will they?
You?
Don't even think about running. Yeah, I had a feeling things were gonna go like that. Exposing it back to me was a bad move. Come on, then. I'll give you a choice. You can talk to the knights, or you can talk to me. Okay, alright. No need to bring this up again. But this is an emergency. If this doesn't work out, I'll ask my aunt for help. You mean Miss Shenhe? No, please don't drag anyone else into this. Otherwise I run into trouble. Here I come to save the day. Ether, you, well, perfect timing. You have, or what perfect timing you have? You're here too, Changyan. Are we going on an evil spirit hunt or something? I fear this affair is a bit more complicated than that. Do you still remember the novel that I wrote under the pen name Shenhe? I'm ashamed to admit this, but my handwriting is so messy that every time I send the editors a manuscript, they will send several letters in reply asking me about this word or that sentence. Correspondence like that takes so much time, or too much time, so the editorial department and I agreed that I should try to finish a few days early. After I finish, I submit it to the department and have an editor retranscribe the text for me. Then it is handed over to the other editors to print and publish. Sounds like quite the ordeal. Indeed. I also feel pretty bad about the whole thing, so I often send them snacks as a token of my gratitude. But then I received a letter from them a few days ago. As it happens, that main editor has suddenly fallen ill, and now there's nobody else that can do the transcribing. Wait, with such a well-staffed department, only one of them can read your handwriting? Yes. Really? Seriously, just one of them? Your writing truly is a lethal weapon in and of itself. Please don't make fun of me. So, how's Changyen's penmanship? See, that was his first reaction, too. No. Absolutely not. Stop bringing that up. Wait, does this mean that Changyen's handwriting is also... Not at all. His writing is lovely. If anything, his talismans look better than my prose. Then why don't you ask him for help? Oh, well. I've told him that as well, and he agreed to let me transcribe his work at first. But before I could copy more than a few sections, Xingqiu suddenly grabbed me by the shoulder and began shaking me and telling me to stop. For a moment, I wondered if my penmanship was terrible or something, but he suddenly blurted, just transcribing is one thing. Why did you have to suddenly start reading it out loud as you wrote? Well, I think your writing is excellent. The narrative is interesting, and each character even has their own catchphrases. Catch poems? Anyway, I couldn't help but read it out aloud. Especially when the hero named Flying Fox took the antidote down the mountain. You wrote a poetic header for that too, didn't you? As I recall, it was... Clothes stained with wine and mortal sod, unwelcome in sword realms, the world she trod. Changyan, please, just stop. Clothes stained with mortal wine and sod, unwelcome in sword realms, the world she trod. Well written indeed. Is there more? I want to read it. That said, while the story itself is good, it's also quite complex. I found myself failing to understand a lot of the details. For example, why the drunken sage suddenly agreed to help, and how the 13 blades of the drunken sect that belonged to him were stolen. It all sounds very interesting. Right? Xingqiu writes amazing novels, and he's penned quite a few excellent short stories besides, such as... Wait, why is your face so red, Xingqiu? His yang energy seems to be surging too. Did he eat a few chilies while we weren't looking? But please, you two, have mercy on me, I beg you. If you say any more, I fear my fingers shall crush the hilt of my sword. I'd rather attend to half a dozen social banquets than listen to people I know read my work back to me. Alright, I'll stop. Tell you what, I'll go borrow a typewriter for you. Typewriter? I've heard of those. They're wondrous machines from Fontaine, yes? With one in hand, you shall be free from writing by hand. Truly, that is wonderful news. I look forward to being forever liberated from the tyranny of calligraphy. The ingenious inventions of Fontaine are truly something. I usually only ever hear of them from my brother, yet never had the chance to touch them myself. Wait, hold on. Doesn't my brother often go with our caravans to Fontaine? He must have heard of typewriters, surely. He knows my calligraphy is poor and that I'm always writing, and yet he has never once mentioned them to me. Forget it. Now's not the time to worry about such things as that. In any case, no matter how marvelous such devices are, there's no way for me to borrow one right now. If all else fails, you can read and I'll write. I promise not to ask too many unnecessary questions. Well, at this point, that does seem like the only way. I was just joking before about incorporating your remarks into a novel, but as it turns out, you'll be the one committing mine to paper. Perhaps this is all predetermined. Call it fate. Yes, I suppose ours is intertwined indeed. I'll go back and organize the manuscript. Once I'm done, I'll invite you over so I can dictate the text to you. Once you're done, Xingqiu, would you mind showing it to me? I'm really quite curious about the flying fox. Chongyun, please, spare me already. That's another lost adventurer escorted. Are the paths around here really that bad? Absolutely awful. Oh, don't you worry. I'm the Knight of Favonius's #1 outrider. I never thought I'd meet you here. Are you back in Mondstadt for a visit? You've got great timing. Sara just came up with a brand new dish, and she's looking for people to give it a taste. Kaya and Jean should be back at headquarters, and so is Klee. Oh, whoops. Am I talking too much? Not holding you up, am I? No, not at all. Don't worry, Amber, it's fine. As long as I'm not getting in your way. Oh, here, take this. You haven't had any of my cooking in a while, right? I just made it, so eat it while it's hot. Though I'd love to talk with you some more. Lots of adventurers have been getting lost in these woods recently. In order to escort them all into the city, I've been doing lots of extra patrols these past few days. Anymore, and I won't be able to keep up. With you here, they're in safe hands. That's for sure. Okay, I've got to run now. If there's anything you need, just come find me at headquarters. You seem tired. Run into some trouble, perhaps? Nothing but the usual minor problems one runs into while on the road. My recent travels have been rather tiring. I understand. Though we may think ourselves accustomed to a life of wandering, there will always be times where we cannot help but sigh. Of course, the day may come when we miss our days as wayfarers, even should we find a place to settle down. No life has ever been lived in perfect bliss. Do you also get tired, Kasaha? Of course, not all the paths I've tread were smooth going. When a bad mood strikes, when troubles soon follow in their 2s and 3s, with a nostalgia not far behind, a wanderer yearns. The yearning for home is like a bird pining for the old forest. But once these troubles pass, the journey continues once more. Having experienced this again and again, I've come to realize something. The world is vast, and setbacks inevitable, but a clear heart fears not inclement weather. I wonder how this tea will taste. Excellent timing. Sit. I asked someone to buy a few bags of good tea leaves from Fontaine. Quite the pricey purchase, if I must say so. I've long heard of the differences in water and soil makeup between Fontaine and Liyue, so I've been curious as to the flavor tea leaves from the former will produce. Why don't you get some water from there? That might be a more interesting approach. You do have a point. Though, as the ancients say, living water is silt once drawn. Were we to fetch water from Fontaine, the turbulent, tiring journey may rob the liquid of its flavor, rendering the resultant tea lesser as a result. Is there really that much into getting water? To brew a good cup of tea is no less demanding a task than organizing an army for battle, along with all the elements that entails. Buying good tea leaves is akin to elevating a wise and capable general to command. Yet, if the water and tea are lacking, and if perhaps even the climate and weather not suitable, that no matter how outstanding the general, if burdened with incompetent officers and feckless soldiery, the battle will surely be lost. As such, rather than chasing distant solutions, it would be better to simply brew this tea with some spring water from Liyue. Perhaps the blend of two natures might produce a unique flavor all its own. Ah, it should be about ready. Try some if you would. Anything else to say, Zhengli? Tea from a foreign land. A unique flavor indeed. Razor! Razor! He's not here either. Aether, did you see Razor on your way here? No. Why? Is there something urgent you need to talk to him about? No, it's just... Well, actually, it is kind of urgent. When he visited the city a few days back, he was going to have some cake with Klee, but the shops were all out, and he didn't get any. Klee got up early this morning and bought some so she could go to Wolvendom and give it to him. She would have run off all alone, and had Captain Kaya not discovered and stopped her. It's way too dangerous for her to go out there all alone. To make sure she stays put at headquarters, I promised to deliver a crayon drawing she made and the cake to Razor. But I've nearly covered the whole area and haven't found him yet. Alright, Amber, breathe. You can't give up yet. If you don't find Razor soon, the cake will get stale. Okay, I'll get up in the air and look for him one more time. See ya. Please help. Try this. I must have failed again. Thanks for being nice. Could you also try this one? Is it that good? Yes. Well, something smells good. Are you whipping up something delicious? Aether, I borrowed this kitchen from Chef Mao. I wanted to cook something, but I can't taste, so Chef Mao asked Guoba to help. Wait, why am I cooking? Let me check my notes. Oh, the notebook says, make a dish and freeze it to prepare for the excursion with Yao Yao. I don't need to eat, but Yao Yao needs to eat to grow and get taller. Will Yao Yao grow taller than Dr. Baizhu one day? That might be a tall order. Don't worry, Yao Yao will be cute no matter how tall she is. Ah, we've talked too long. The stove. Thanks for watching the stove, Guoba. Please, try this last one as well. It definitely looks very impactful scent. Like a very impactful scent. I don't think I've ever seen Guoba with that particular expression before. Gosh, so there was a stipulation against damaging any books in the collection, was there? Yet, has the custodian mage of tomes never been cautioned, even in all her universal sagacity, to not make a foe of the prinzessin?
Do not grieve so, mein Fräulein.
What's going on exactly? Ah, blessed one. Have you come to bear witness to this most tragic of moments?
Tragic moment?
Yes, indeed, for this was the day destined, the promised hour, and yet we are foiled. All has been foiled at the hands of the custodian mage.
You mean Lisa? What did she do?
Ms. Lisa believes that scribbling on books counts as damaging them, and has thus taken the Heilige Edikte der Verirrtelung out of mein Fräulein's hands.
She obstructed our royal way. An unforgivable sin. Unforgivable.
And while she is quite angry, mein Fräulein's unforgivables usually end up as forgivables. She does understand that it was she who was wrong in the first place, after all.
But can't you edit your own book?
Unfortunately, it is rather more complicated than that. For this text was penned not by mein Fräulein, but the adventurers of the guild.
Huh.
Oh, so the official dictionary is about her, but not by her.
Indeed. Furthermore, it now belongs to the library's collection, and as such, it falls under Miss Lisa's custody.
Oh yeah, this is getting complicated, all right. Okay, let's think about this for a sec. Hang on, couldn't we edit the text so long as we got permission from Lisa and the adventurers?
It will not be hard to negotiate with the adventurers, but Miss Lisa will be trickier to handle. She appears to have anticipated this, having left the library right after confiscating the book. We do not know where she has gone.
So, even our cunning countermeasures have been uncovered. I should have expected nothing less from the mage who guards the universal repository of knowledge. So, why don't I go talk to Lisa for you? Blessed traveler, I am thankful, truly, but do not underestimate the causality that lies between us. As fate has promised the moment to us, so I, Fischl, the sovereign princess will make it come to pass. This I vow upon my noble name.
Oh boy, here she goes again.
Hear me, O custodian mage. Even you cannot defy the writ of apocalyptic destiny. Thee I shall summon, and thou shalt answer.
Quick, Oz, translate for us, would you?
Mein Fräulein is saying that she will get Lisa to agree somehow.
Uh-huh. Sure.
Hey there, Shenhe, we meet again!
Quiet now.
What is it?
Be sure that you do not scare yonder pigeons away. One has awaited them here for quite some time. Failure is not an option.
Oh, do you also want to have some grilled fowl?
A preposterous notion. One has never taken an innocent life, nor shall one start. It is a photo-taking opportunity that one seeks here. Plus, she's actually a bird, Paimon. I mean, she's an Adeptus bird, but still.
Sorry, Paimon was overthinking things there.
Let me give you a hand. Sure, your abilities are most worthy of confidence. Do bear in mind that you must catch both the giant fan blade mechanism and the pigeons on the bridge in the frame. Hardly a challenge to you, one trusts. Not a problem, shall we? Now then, what pose shall one strike this time? One that could dazzle anyone who sees it, or one that might blend in with the local ambience, perhaps? Yeah, let's do that. How about this then? Are the fan blade mechanisms and pigeons within the frame? I think it looks great. Ready? I'm taking the picture. Let's go with that super stunning pose and say, now let's do this. Go ahead then. Done then. Let's peruse the results. Well done as always.
So, where have you visited recently?
Not long ago, one followed your guide to Windrise. Fields verdant and lush. A giant tree surrounded by the winds of wisdom. Truly a blessed place.
Oh, we wrote all about the spots that we've been to that we thought were awesome. Windrise is a great place for a nap, too, since it's nice and cool.
As for the rest, they have been captured on camera. Here, have a look.
Let Paimon see! Let Paimon see! Paimon gets the concept, but why is this wind wheel aster so huge?
Because she took it from very close up, Paimon. That we call a close-up.
And what's with this super blurry picture?
An artistic conception of one's masterful making.
Oh! Okay, anything else?
She looked very smug there. One has also sampled the delicacies of Mondstadt City.
Ooh, now this one looks great! The deliciousness is just oozing out of the picture.
And this is a bird's eye view. Oh, wow.
Wow! How did you even manage to take this picture?
By flying, Paimon. Humph. One needs only to fly into the clouds, of course. A trivial matter.
So it really is a bird's eye view.
It looks like you got a lot out of this trip and enjoyed your time here. Indeed, a foreign land though this was, your guidebook ensured the smoothness of my travels with many a pleasant surprise. Now then, one still has a leisurely stroll through the wilds planned while daylight yet lingers. Do not fret, one has your text on hand yet. Ah, this breeze feels great. I'll just rest here for a bit. Oh, good timing, Aether. Come on, sit next to me. This is probably the highest point in Mondstadt City. Look at that view. Beautiful, isn't it? There's so many people in the square. I can even see Margaret taking a walk down there. It's only on days off like this that I can just gaze into the distance and zone out. Usually I'm either taking off from or landing here in a big hurry. Make sure you get enough rest, Amber. Yeah. Well, I am a knight of Favonius. Helping everyone who lives here is my duty. As long as I can help solve the issue, no matter what it is, I have an obligation to assist. That's our #1 outrider for you. Huh? Ah, stop it. You're making me blush. Lots of knights and others from the Adventurers Guild work as hard as I do, if not harder. But I'll do all I can, the best I can, as long as it's for Mondstadt. Huh? Hang on. Why is Margaret suddenly running off like that? She's shouting something, too. Shouting something. Huh? I didn't see anything. Whoa, she's chasing someone. A thief, maybe? You wait here. I'll go help her. We can't let someone like that get away. Hey you, stop right there! My brother's right. I'm a writer of books, but no seller of them. What are you working on right now? Done sorting your manuscript out? Just about. Only a few chapters left. It's just... Could I ask you a question? How much do you think my calligraphy could sell for? There are some things money can't buy. Oh, come on. What's with that old-fashioned talk? I'm being serious here. I don't know much about the calligraphy market, but I enjoy every word you pen. Thank you. At least you're not coaching it in business jargon like they do at home. Penned words are worth their weight in gold, and there's no market for such prices as you might command. Earlier, I asked my brother about about the typewriter situation. He cut me off just as I was about to ask why he hadn't brought one back for me, and can you guess what he said? That he didn't bring one back on purpose? No, in fact, he'd actually bought one back a long time ago. He even knows about everything that's happened recently, and asked me to try the typewriter to see if the size was appropriate. As it turns out, it did, in fact. Its dimensions had been modified to suit the dimensions of my palms, which made it very comfortable to use. He even said that, in an emergency, I could use this typewriter for my novels and other writing needs, and that he'd already notified my great-grandfather of the arrangement. As to why he didn't just give me the typewriter earlier, it was actually because he was hoping that I could eventually improve my penmanship. They say that to see a person's writing is to see them also. Handwritten words will always give a reader a greater sense of closeness to the author. My brother said that he was also willing to part with the Chronicles of Cleansing Ink, rather than sending me the typewriter straight away. Because he felt that while my handwriting wasn't up to par, it still showed a sense of remarkable style and vigor. As such, he feared that if I were to simply keep using a typewriter, I would forget how to write with a pen altogether, thus ending any possibility for my improvement in calligraphy. And I thought he'd say that handwritten work was more valuable. To be honest, he had me sweating there too. I was so nervous, I almost crushed my teacup. I was afraid he might say something like, in business, closeness is communication. Communication is connection. Connection is mora. As such, to practice one's penmanship is to earn mora. If he had said that, I would have had to flee to Chung Yen's place and stay there for maybe 10 days to 2 weeks. Well, he seems like a reasonable fellow then. Yeah, he never talks about the business with me. He just lets me live my life. But even though he says nothing about it, we have too many business dealings for me not to not know that to see a person's writing is to see them also, and fine words written are worth their weight in gold. A single article of my great-grandfather's writing is worth hundreds of thousands of mora, and a letter from my brother can bring someone here just to say a personal thank you. When I went out with my brother on a courtesy call, I even saw someone who had hung and framed a congratulatory note left by my great-grandfather. Now take a look at these books. These are novels I just wrote, and the contents are completely identical. But when I signed one of them, the last stroke I penned went a few inches wide, and voila, it could sell for 200 extra mora. The words are all the same, and the writing hadn't changed one bit either, but the price changed, all on account of the length of a single stroke. Congratulatory notes can have the same content, but everyone would hang my great-grandfather's up on a wall, and carefully preserve one that my brother sent. I know that these are just trivial matters of business, and no one really cares what the letters themselves say. It's all about who sent them. It's just... I remember every letter you've ever written to me. See, I've got them all right here, well kept too. I know, thank you. I know it's been tough on you, reading my scribblings. I'll learn to use that typewriter as soon as possible. We shall soon be forever rid of badly written letters. I prefer your handwritten letters. You call them scribbles, but I call them heartfelt. All right. In that case, I shall continue writing to you in my finest illegible calligraphy. But should you ever find my lettering neat and orderly, please do come find me as soon as possible. I may have been kidnapped, or perhaps I just really want to see you. Would you look at that? It's getting late. I shall see you later, Aether. I wonder if Mr. Chiffon also turned to the sword because he did not want to see the products of his pen peddled for coin. Did the church send you to supervise my work? Don't tell me. Let me guess. Was it Victoria? Barbara? Or Dahlia? What are you doing here, Rosaria? The scenery here is pretty, and it pairs well with the wine. I can watch the children at the tavern from here, and most importantly, I can spot church members coming to drag me back before they see me. My sister, your eyes darted for a moment there, and the wine glass left your lips. Were you that unsettled? That's a normal reaction. The honorary knight here is both renowned and formidable. I've been upset for a good while today, so it wouldn't be surprising that Victoria's gotten fed up and sent him to catch me. I'll come quietly, don't worry. Just how much work have you been skipping lately, exactly? I took off right after morning prayers. Barbara swipes all the minor tasks around the cathedral, and there wasn't anything major, so better I get some fresh air than stand there doing nothing. So, are you going to drag me back? Now would be the time to act. I've had a few drinks already, so I might lose even if I tried to resist. Haha, I doubt Aether is the type to spoil the mood like that. I'd wager that should he face a chance encounter with gathered friends, the only thing he'd do is join in on the fun. Come, how about a drink with a little less ice? My treat. Thank you. Keep it coming. Rosaria refills her own glass without a word. Where were we? Ah, right. He's got loads of friends, and I know where I rank in that list. But you, Bard, you're the one who's been staring at him all day. You two need some time alone. Haha, don't be a stranger. I'm just observing the varied expressions on an old friend's face, just like you. We don't meet like this often. How about a toast? Why not? Ahem. Thank you, good sister, for answering my prayer in honor of utmost need. In honor of my utmost need. Is that what you said? In the hour of my utmost need. I just brought a bottle out from the tavern. No need to thank me. But in doing so, you kept everyone in good spirits. That's not something you can put a price on. As the beneficiary of that sterling deed, I would very much like to toast you on this most beautiful day. To our nameless sister. Thanks for the reminder. In that case, I shall toast the Anemo Archon. A devout follower of Barbados indeed, to Lord Barbados, to every free life, lived under the sun, to our precious days of freedom. Cheers! Cheers! Cheers. Interesting. I wonder what those two are doing together. Very weird. Were they just drinking together? A refreshing night such as this is perfect for training. You know, whenever I recall the steps I've taken in the study of swordsmanship, memories of my journeys also flood into my mind. As such, no matter where I am, when I hold my blade, I feel as if you are right there with me. Shall we spar then? Where do you intend to go next? I've asked Captain Beto for leave to go to Natlan. I'm presently packing my things. In fact, I suppose this feeling of anticipation is itself a part of the journey. I'm sure we will meet again. We're both people on the road after all. When that time comes, I shall have a bottle of fine wine ready, and we shall share stories once more. Oh, so this is what bards from Liyue are like, Kaya? That's right. Very different from those of Mondstadt, don't you think? Taking Klee out on one of your jaunts, Kaya. Mr. Honorary Knight. Strictly speaking, the Spark Knight and I are here on official business, investigating the wine industry export and the situation in Liyue. Studying the consumption of Mondstadt's liquor requires visiting the performance venues where it is consumed. Enjoying the arts of Liyue while we're at it is part and parcel of our work. Isn't that right, Klee? Is that right? Of course it is. Just enjoy the show to your heart's content. Sure. This Liyue opera is so much fun. Classic Kaya leading the youth astray. Why, Aether, I see you've come to Heiyu Tea House again. Oh, are you with friends? This is Captain Kaya from Mondstadt's Knights of Avonius. And this is the Spark Knight, Klee. And this is Yunjin, a professional opera performer from Liyue. An honor to meet you, Monsieur. I've heard many traveling merchants speak of the art form you practice. This is the first time Klee and I have had the pleasure of watching an opera. A fascinating experience indeed. Yeah, also, could you teach Klee how to spin your spear like that? Haha, I'm glad you enjoyed yourselves. As for spear flourishes, I'm afraid they can be quite difficult to learn. Don't worry, Klee will do her best. Well, seeing how interested you are, come see me after the performance, while our troupe is resting. There are some smaller spears I used to train with when I was a child. Let me find one to teach you with. Then you have my thanks, Monsieur. Spark Knight Klee, do you remember what the Knights of Avonius handbook says? Yes, Kaya. Yes, Captain Kaya. In that case, when a distinguished guest does you a kindness, how should you respond? Thank you very much, kind-hearted, lady who sings Liyue opera. Haha, you're both too kind, both of you. You're here to watch the opera, so I'm sure this meeting was meant to be. I look forward to seeing you in the audience in the future, should you have time. Diona! Ah, great, you're not at the tavern today. Is your father not back from hunting yet? I haven't seen him. He's resting up at home right now. Nothing serious. The wind was a bit chilly and he caught a cold. I'll take care of him. You came here for this, right? I prepared it already. Wait, I hear someone coming. Oh, it's you. Humph. You startled me for a moment there. Oh, someone's a scaredy cat. Who's the scaredy cat, huh? Didn't you see me on the hunt the last time? Wait, no. I mean, don't you know that I can catch beasties way bigger than I am? Just now was because I was just being extra cautious, since these goods are special, okay? Are they strange alchemical regions, then? Are they fresh bones, then? Nah. Ahem. Oh, this is embarrassing, but if you're really curious, then you can have a look. Broken bird bones, the staff of a Nemo semichurl, and the baby teeth of... Is that a wolf or a dog? 3 forest boar ribs with the lingering scent of spices. Previous hunt's haul. Wait, it can't be leftovers from dinner, right? Do staves count as bones? Wow, you collected so much this time. Thank you, Diana. I didn't bring my tetrasaur wolf hooks or typefee bitterboar calla lilies with me when I left home today, though. Will you be dropping by Mondstadt City tomorrow? Nope, I've been too busy to go mix drinks lately, and I need to find time to hunt too. I see. In that case, would you like this instead? It's a valberry rich in carrot essence. Its color, fragrance, and nutritional values are all closer to traditional carrots. As such, I'm curious. Will it attract animals like the carrot? Will it attract animals that like carrots, or will it attract animals of both flavor preferences? Now that is an interesting question. Guess I can use it as bait then. Please do, and tell me how the experiment turns out. No problem. Say hello to Mr. Draft for me, would you? I wish him a speedy recovery. Either way, I need to return soon. I've got a Mark 23 Ultra Berserk Favonius Dragon Warrior to assemble. Wait, dragon what now? What, you haven't learned yet, Diana? Learn what? Who can even learn that kind of thing? Ho, is this the day? Has it come at last?
Mein Fräulein, the text has been proofread again, per your wishes.
Oh, glorious revelations of the Eminoctrite. In the princess's name, shine forth your light, and fill the earth with your radiant glory. Hey, official. Huh? Oh, greetings, Blessed One. Today is a joyous day indeed.
You certainly seem like you're in a good mood, Fischl. Is the issue with Lisa resolved?
Haha, as one might have expected of a mage who guards hidden troves of knowledge, she knew well, far better than most mortals, of the consequences of defying fate. Thus did she come to her senses and submit the Dervertelung into my rightful keeping upon hearing the distant summons of the Eminoctrite. And that's all that happened?
Come on, Fischl. It's okay to admit that you had to ask her nicely.
Mein Fräulein speaks truth, in fact, with the sole qualification that Ms. Lisa handed over a fresh copy of the text. As it turned out, she left the library to seek the opinion of the Adventurers Guild, and also to print a new copy of the manuscript. Thus, we could make what edits we needed without damaging the copy that is in the library's care.
Ah, so that's what happened. Paimon knew Lisa always liked you, Fischl. She'd never make things hard for you just because.
Indeed, even I, who espies the causalities of 3,000 universes and witnesses the dying of 1,000 worlds, must confess a measure of respect for virtuous reason. Ah's mine familiar. Now that has been edited, let us go hence unto her, and give her the royal salutations of the Eminoctrite.
As you wish, mein Fräulein.
Looks like we'll be able to read the book today. Oh, blessed one of mine, did I not say that the cord that binds us is as the dawn and its light intertwined? Now then, I present unto you the promised fruit of the destined hour, the great revelation of the Eminoctrite. This book, I think that's what that's supposed to mean. The spiraling depths, the secret thoughts of the gods, the prayers of the end, All such answers may be found in the sacred tome of everlasting night, and it is yours to peruse. Be enlightened and dance with joy. In the name of official von... however you say that.
Mein Fräulein, we must be going.
Oh, there's a diary here. Oh my goodness. Official dictionary. However you say that. Der Prinzessin. Editor's note. Know that both the official dictionary and the official dictionary that have as their proper name, whatever that is. As such, incorrect nomenclature during formal occasions, such as literary award ceremonies, should the text be so fortunate as to win a prize, would be ill-suited, ill-considered, and quite frankly ill-advised. Original text. Hark! I hear the searing winds of yesteryear that echo through the abyss of time, howling through that tower, forgotten in the torrent of causality. Translations. Stormtear's lair. New translation. Hark! I hear the searing winds of yesteryear that echo through the abyss of time, howling through that tower, forgotten in the torrent of causality. Original text. An unforgivable sin, simply an irremissibly unforgivable. Translation. I am angry, but I shall forgive you. New translation. An unforgivable sin, simply and irremissibly unforgivable. It's not really much different. Original text. In the name of official... I condemn thee unequivocally. I shan't forgive you this time. In the name of... then the new translation is, in the name official, I condemn thee unequivocally. It's very weird. Miss Soon's opera performances are truly extraordinary. Well worth the trip to come see it today. Hey there, Zhengli. You're here too, huh? Indeed, a pleasure to see you. With little to do at the funeral parlor these past few days, I asked the director for some time off, during which I've been traveling around a bit and visiting some old friends in passing. I just happened to pass by as So Yun was performing, and I could not help but sit down and watch the entire performance. She exercises wondrous command of this folk art. So absorbed was I in the performance that I forgot to drink even a single cup of tea I had ordered. To drink tea of such refinement cold, when much of its flavor has been lost, a shame indeed. Do you have friends around here as well? An ancient adage says, as lush mountains may be found everywhere, so too may friends be met. But my dear associates are busy at the moment, and I don't wish to disturb them. Checking on them from afar and sending them letters at suitable times will suffice. Truly I have done this fine pot of tea a disservice. What else do you have to say? Well, the play is ended. I shall leave soon as well. Master, look at this one. Not bad, not bad. Then, we followed up right away with this move. Maintain balance, grip the spear rightly, leave no openings in front. Oh, Aether, how have you been? It's been too long. Hello, Granny. Mind if I take a sneaky peek at your teaching? I'm not disturbing Yaya's training, am I? Oh, not at all. I'd love to show you how much I've improved. Hey-ya! Alright, child, continue. Date flowers on silken scarves flow. The ancient willows to the vast stands go. Start with falling dates from form 3, and let it flow into the ancient willow. Falling dates is a poke and then a lift. Ha! Continue with cherry form 5, and then transition into round flower form 6. Round flower form 6. Master, how am I supposed to lead into it again? The spear is in your hands. So long as your hands can flow from motion to motion, so can your spear. Begin. Alright, we draw a circle, then rotate back, then an upward thrust. Ha! And it's... okay, there we go. Not bad indeed. Your spear work is coming together well. Still, your wrists are quite stiff when you transition, and your movements are jerky. You need more practice. Yes, Master, I'll start again right away. Oh, child. Alright, let's call it a day for now. Huh? I wanted to practice a little more than we usually do. A hard worker as always. Just watching. My hands feel sore just watching. Well, as Master says, hard work sharpens skills, while idle indulgence dulls them. I'd like to ask Master for the next 2 days off, but I don't want to fall behind on my training either, so today's the day to work twice as hard. Oh, child, there's no such thing as patching clothes in advance, you know? And speaking of that, come here. Let me retie your braids. They're getting a little loose. Oh, thank you, Master. Eagerness to learn is no sin, and what I said is not wrong. But much as braids cannot be too tight or loose, one must find a good balance between work and play. Play to your heart's content, and when you're ready to focus, come back and study hard. If your heart is set on play while your spear is in your hand, you will neither play well nor study hard, and achieve neither. Alright, I've got it. I'll enjoy myself to the fullest then. I'll go have some fun too. Hehe, good, good. Have you decided where you'll be going yet? Yep, I'd like to go with Chi-Chi on a trip to Xingqiu village. It's the rainy season, so there should be bumper harvests. With luck, we'll get to pick some herbs along the way. Most importantly, the mountain trees will be filled with colorful leaves. I want Chi-Chi to see how beautiful they are for herself. A fine plan. Go then, and take care on the road. Don't worry, Master. I'm pretty good with the spear now. Good enough to protect myself and my friends. Oh, and Master, remember to eat on time and take care of yourself while I'm gone, okay? Alright, I will. Don't worry. So, I can carry on practicing now. Off she goes. Date flowers on silken scarves flow. The ancient willows to... where do they go again? Alright, I've got it now. Ancient willows to the vast sands go. One more time. Cherry form 5 into round flower form 6. Ha! Lower your arms a little more and keep your balance steady. Oh, is it gonna just repeat? Yeah, it does. Yes, very interesting. Time to write all this down. Is today your day off? Why did you climb so high up, Sucrose? Aether? Oh, I didn't think anyone else would come here. I'm taking advantage of my vacation to do some nature watching. Nature watching ruin guards, then? I only saw some birds down there. Look, over there. Do you see that white pigeon? Aren't they practically everywhere? Yes, but only in places high, safe, and inaccessible enough to humans will they show their most natural, authentic appearance. Ah, speaking of which, see? Patrolling ruin guards don't disturb them at all. Is that because ruin guards don't actively attack animals? Is that because animals understand that ruin guards aren't hostile? Yeah, that could be it too. That's precisely what I'm curious about. Once I observed a finch making a nest atop a ruin guard's head, and yet when others approached, the ruin guard restarted itself. Could such a relationship be considered symbiotic? Is there some language or signal-based communication between them? Is this trust in automatons an inherited instinct, much like the imprinting phenomenon? Or is this an indication of them possessing greater intelligence than we assumed? Living creatures are host to so many secrets, and I want to learn all about them. Those are questions worth considering. I totally understand how you feel. Thank you. I'm glad I got the chance to share these ideas with you too. In the past, I've always thought that doing experiments by myself in the lab was the happiest, most fulfilling thing in the world. But now that I think about it, spending my vacation this way isn't so bad either. I wonder, White Pigeons, what are you thinking about as I watch you from afar? Wow! It's beautiful. Hehe, I'm so glad you like it. When I saw this view before, I just knew I had to find a chance to bring you here to see it too. I like it a lot, but what's wrong? Did we have to walk too far to see it? No. Are you hungry then? Or thirsty? I've got coconut milk in my bag. Would you like some? It's not that. It's okay, Chi-Chi. I'm here. I'm listening. Just take your time. I'll forget this place soon. Yeah, I know. I can only remember things I can write down. Things I can't write, I can't remember. I was so happy today, but if I can't write it down, I'll forget. The color of the leaves, the whirling wind, and your hand, Yao Yao. I'll only remember your name. That's good enough. Hey ya! Huh? Hand? Hee, don't worry, Chi-Chi. I've got a great memory. I can remember all the phrases that Master teaches me to remember spear moves after only a few repetitions. Also, Yanfei's taught me some super cool, associative mnemonics. For example, some of the leaves we saw today were golden, like the bells on my head, and others were green, like the white jade radishes in my basket. Leave all things you can't remember with me. I won't forget them, I promise. Besides, this isn't the only time we'll visit this place. We can come every month, or drop by whenever we feel like it. Master always says that diligence can make up for a lack of talent. We'll just visit this place more often, and who knows, you might just be able to remember it. Really? Of course, Master said so after all. I'm not sure if that saying applies here. Oh well, as long as they're having fun. Or... did I use the saying wrong again? I don't know, but I believe you, Yao Yao. Then let's make a pinky promise. I'm Streetward Rambler's disciple, and my word is as good as my bond. Okay, I will write this down. This area is safe. I'll spend more time with them before the sun sets. Alright, try this, Yao Yao. Oh, you cooked a meal too. I do happen to be feeling a little hungry. I wrote this one down. Wow, this is really good. Amazing even. Eat more, Yao Yao. You'll grow taller.
Prey escaped. No dinner today.
A most fortunate young lad you are. One hopes you were not frightened. What's your name? Where do you live? Why are you out here playing in the wilds all alone, despite your tender age? Do you not know what would happen were you to be accosted by wild beasts?
My name is Razor. Home is here. So many questions. To answer, hard.
You are no child, yet you struggle to speak. A tragic past that few may unravel surrounds you, mayhap. Truly lamentable.
Hey, we meet again! So this is where your walk took you, huh? Oh, you're here too, Razor! This is Miss Xianyun, one of our friends from Liyue.
You know this child?
We do. Friends.
Yeah, we've known each other for a really long time.
I saw this child crouched by a forest boar without an attending adult in sight. Monsters were roaming not far away, and the howling of wolves could be heard constantly. Truly a harrowing sight. If anything were to happen, one... I cannot bear to imagine.
So, it sounds like you chased the boar away then. Feels like there might be a misunderstanding here. Oh, Razor must have been in the middle of hunting. He often catches forest boars around Wolvendom. You don't need to worry about him, Xianyun. He's really strong. It'll take way more than that to hurt him. Isn't that right, Razor?
Yes. Claws are very strong. Very good at hunting.
What? Hunting? Absurd. A youth of your years should be spending their days growing up without worry, in the care of family. How did this...
Well, Razor was actually raised by a wolf pack, so he's learned to hunt, sleep, and live out in the wild, just like them. But don't worry, they absolutely do treat him like family.
Not only must he hunt on his own, but he eats and sleeps in the wild too? That simply will not do. He is still a growing boy. It is time to commence my return journey. Child, you shall come with me to Liyue Harbor. Leaving the rest aside, I shall ensure that you are fed and clothed. You seem quite physically capable as well, so in time I shall also teach you how to defend yourself.
No, save me.
Uh-oh, did Paimon's mouth just make things worse? Hey, Traveler, you're up.
Actually, everyone in Mondstadt treats Razor really well. Razor himself loves living like this.
Mondstadt, lots of meat. So much that stomach gets round, full. Friends and Lupacol are there. Very warm. Very important to me. Teacher said that place where you feel warm is home.
Teacher? Child, do you mean to say you have a master then?
Teacher teaches me to talk. Tiring. Difficult. But I am trying.
Oh, so your master also teaches you the art of communication then? A teacher is like a parent. I imagine then that their intent was to let you hone yourself alone. And it is true the more a chick is coddled as they grow, the greater the risk there is that they may not be able to fly on their own once they leave the nest. In this, I suspect that all who teach generally share the same concerns. I only hope that you will come to understand your master's intentions sooner rather than later. Ahem. I may have been too hasty before. Why, even Ganyu and Shenhe stumbled often in their younger years. There was one time when...
Public service announcement! Razor's hungry.
Am I?
Yeah, of course you are. Didn't the forest boar get frightened off and all? Not to worry. This is a simple matter to resolve. Just wait here a moment, and leave the rest to my new and improved Supreme Cuisine machine. Since we had the fortune to meet here, why not enjoy dinner together and try some Liyue-style cuisine as well?
Say yes, Razor! That machine thingy makes super delicious top-tier stuff that only Adepti get to eat, you know? Anyway, it's super, super good!
We all know why Paimon wants him to do it. It's because she really wants to eat. It's called the Supreme Cuisine Machine. Is such a name so hard to recall?
Dinner together. Thank you. I will finish it. If you need help, I will help.
Hehe, you're welcome, child. Simple yet well-mannered. Your teacher has taught you well indeed. If you'd like, feel free to seek me out in Liyue Harbor. Bring your master along as well. My next generation cuisine machine should be complete by then as well. There will be many more dishes to try then. My lodgings are near Chihu Rock, with the nearby landmark being a miniature red leaf tree. The fork in the road most easily causes people to lose their way, but if you do get lost, you can ask the Millilith patrolling nearby for help. Did you get all that?
Too hard.
Don't worry, we'll bring Razor along sometime, and we'll follow the smell of good food. That won't lead us astray.
Ha! The whirring of your mental machinations is audible, Paimon. But that is fine. Nothing charms me. Charms Shuyu so much about the mortal realm as a little hustle and bustle. We have an accord then. Why does that cat always like to run this way? Strange. What are you doing, Amber? Oh, it's you. I just brought a naughty little kitten back to its home. It's a really lively kitty. If it gets even the slightest chance to run outside, then it'll run all over Mondstadt, knocking over flower pots, getting dirty paw prints on clothes, and keeping every pigeon in Mondstadt on their toes. Lots of citizens just can't put up with it anymore, and some vent to the Adventurers Guild for help. But adventurers don't know the first thing about catching cats, so... it's the Outrider to the rescue? Bingo! Those adventurers just chase after cats on foot, but as for me, I fly. Surprise air assault when it's the least expected, and bam, the cat goes right into the bag. Though, it's kind of funny how the cat never gets mad at me. Instead, whenever I catch it, it all but pounces into my arms and won't stop rubbing against me. It's because it likes you, isn't it? Maybe it wants to have a bit more fun. You think so? In that case, I should find an opportunity to ask Diana about what cats like and what calms them down. But before that, I just hope it'll stop running away. Otherwise, I'll be up in the dead of night playing hide-and-seek with it again. Come on, kitty kitty. No more mischief, okay? Is that up above? No, it's probably in that room. Nothing here either. Even this one's empty. How did this happen? Hunting again, Diana? Did something happen? I'll say this. Yeah, but I placed a bunch of the newest models of mechanical traps around here earlier and filled them with foods that all kinds of animals like. But I just checked all of them, and I didn't catch a single animal, even though the food's gone missing. When I bought these, they were like, the traps will be so well hidden that even the person who laid them won't be able to find them, and sure enough, they are harder to see now than when I placed them, because the bait's all gone. Were the traps damaged by some kind of external force? No, there's just a strong smell of withered leaves now. What bait did you use? Let me think. Fowl breast, force-boar thigh, pine cones, and Sunsettias. The carrot-colored foulberry sucrose gave me earlier, lizard tails left over from mixing drinks, homemade cold-cut platter, and some imported bull fruit that a neighbor sent us. An eclectic mix of both normal and unused bait. A test drink mix that I made out of bull fruit and mint. Some bass from Springvale that I fished up on my way out the door. Oh, and calla lily sucrose sent me before. Yeah, that's about it. And everything went missing, even the drinks? Yeah, it's all gone, and that's the annoying part. Whoever the culprit was, they'll eat just about anything, and a ton of anything at that. Oh, but at least they didn't take the drink bowl, so there's that. What a cunning little thief. Maybe it was a fox? They live in the woods, and they eat just about anything. Hang on. There's some movement in the bushes. Oh. And that's not the culprit we were looking for. Humph. I shouldn't have listened to those old drunks. It'll save you time, Diana. It's convenient, Diana. The best hunters in Devad are using the new traps, Diana. It's all nonsense. I hunt best and fastest with my bow. So, what do we do now? Do you want to retrieve all the traps one by one? No, I'm not giving up here. If the other hunters learn of how I've been had, the Kathleen name would be dragged through the mud. Ah, so this is about dignity. This time, I'm going to mix some numbing herbs into the bait. Enough to lay out any small animals. Eat all you want, you sneaky little thief. I'm going to catch you, if it's the last thing I do.
See? I knew at once that you were someone of unimpeachable character. No wonder you raised a heroine as virtuous as Ms. Shenhe.
Were it not for her intervention, those tour group fraudsters would have cut and run with the money my child paid them.
I'd been planning to register my old man. You know, to give him the holiday he's never managed to enjoy all these years. To think it was all a scam.
Exactly. And you know that pamphlet? Apparently it's all fake. The so-called sweets are just some hastily built huts. And forget food, there was never even any lard to cook with.
What? To shamelessly exploit the filial spirit of our youth for their vile and base ends, one shall show them no mercy.
Calm down, ma'am. The group's boss has already turned himself into the Millilith. He was all black and blue when he returned me my money.
If he hadn't constantly implored us to beg the white-haired heroine who works at one mean restaurant for mercy, we wouldn't even have known it was Miss Shenhe who secretly aided us. That's why we're here to thank you in person.
Oh, did Shenhe already discover the truth and... Noble deeds are not done for fame. You are all too kind to come forth in this manner.
Wow, virtue really does run in the family. You truly have taught her well.
Shenhe is quiet and one of few words, but she has her own way of conducting herself. As for me, my place is to have faith in her and support her, and influence her decisions as little as possible. It was she who signed me up with that senior whatever it was called tour group at first, only to arrange for me to travel abroad herself afterward instead. Now I see that she had her own plans in mind. And that as well, as the youth comes into their own, elders such as myself should let go more and let them soar, and learn to enjoy life ourselves.
Travel abroad? My, Miss Shenhe really is a model of filial piety.
I wonder if I'll ever be lucky enough to travel like that. How much would that even cost?
I'd love to take my dad out to see the world, too.
If you don't mind, could you give us some advice, Miss Shenyun? Surely we can't go wrong with a selection from someone of your unique tastes.
You flatter me. I'm no expert, so what I give cannot be considered guidance. That said, should you be interested, I do have a number of experiences and pictures of scenery from my travels, of which I could share a few.
Wow, that sure is a crowd, huh? Oh, there's Shenhe! Hey, Shenhe!
Hello.
We were just listening in! Seems like everyone's here to thank you for busting a fraudulent tour group, huh?
It does sound like it.
Yeah. Hey, wait, then why are they all gathered around her to thank you?
Yeah, that's a little bit weird, isn't it? Master's skill in conversation is second to none. It is only natural that she attracts attention. In any case, even had I not cancelled her registration, she would have taken action upon discovering their tricks once she participated in the tour. That is why everyone gathered around her, and I think she deserves the respect regardless.
Wait, so the reason you were so insistent on canceling the registration back then was because you knew something was up? Ha! That's the disciple of an adeptus for you! Perceptive and thorough.
Oh, no, not at all. When I sought their boss out to refund my deposit, he rejected my request, drunkenly spilling the beans in the process. Upon seeing that he wouldn't cooperate, I was forced to use my fists instead.
Oh, so that's what happened. Well, he had it coming anyway. What goes around comes around. Still, all's well that ends well, right? The bad guy gets his just desserts. Everyone recouped their losses, and Xianyun had fun.
Speaking of endings, Master's journey seems to have been a pleasant one. Thank you. She bought my fellow disciples and I many local specialties with a variety of flavors. I had the pleasure of getting a taste of Mondstadt as a result.
Whoa! She brought back nothing but food? What did she get? If you can't finish it all, Paimon will be happy to help.
Windmill asters, Cecilias, calla lilies, all of which taste better than Xingqiu. I think that's how you say it. Would you like any, Paimon?
What? Raw? Paimon's gonna pass on that. Is your stomach okay?
Yes. Are they inedible? I thought they were all like Xingqiu.
Well, most people wouldn't even eat Xingqiu raw. We usually cook plants before eating them.
I see. In that case, I'll take them over to Wanmin restaurant later and have Chef Mao study them. And once that research is done, we can enjoy them together. Yes, let's do that. But before that, I have something I wish to tell you. Your return to Liyue Harbor has made Master very happy, and has been a pleasant surprise for me as well. For that, I thank you. Thanks for stopping by and looking forward to seeing. I look forward to seeing you again soon. See you again soon? Are you in that much of a hurry to say goodbye? I heard that the focus of the phrase is on seeing each other once more. Our customers always smile and say that to each other after they finish eating. What I mean to say is, I am very much looking forward to seeing you again at the soonest opportunity. That's absolutely right. I look forward to seeing you again soon, Shenhe.
Stomach upset.
Well, we know who's been stealing Diana's food from the traps.
Eyes so heavy. Tired. But it's bright out. Branches are swaying. Leaves are so shiny. Eyes hurt. So tired.
Hey, Razor. Razor, are you okay? Quick, have him drink this. Feeling any better?
Leaves, they stopped swaying.
I'm sorry, Razor. I didn't think that you were the one who ate my bait.
Bait?
Yeah, my dad's only just recovered, and I wanted him to get some more rest, so I've been using new traps to hunt.
Did not know those were traps. Thought they were gifts. From Springvale. So, I took.
Huh.
Cold cut platter, very good. Drinks good. Carrot-flavored valberry, good. Calla lily, vegetable. Gave it to my friend.
If I may, which friend are you referring to?
Bennett.
Oh. Weren't those the Bittermores? Oh no, Bennett! Oh no, I've really done it now. First Razor, now Bennett. And Sucrose's experimental results are a bust too. It's okay, your friends will understand. Poor Bennett, always with that bad luck.
I understand.
I'm never using traps to hunt ever again. Whew, and another one bites the dust. Just where did all these slimes pop out from? Great shooting, Amber. Oh, it was just a slime. Every night can do that. I don't know why, but their numbers out here in the wild have been skyrocketing recently. They've even started attacking travelers on the road. In order to ensure the safety of the area, both the Adventurers Guild and the Knights have had to send people out on patrol to eliminate the monsters. Between ensuring the city's well guarded and pursuing monsters beyond its walls non-stop, everyone's been run ragged. People are so tired they can barely deploy their wind gliders. But before Albedo comes up with some sort of solution, someone's got to get rid of the monsters, right? Aren't you exhausted too? Me? I'm doing fine. After all, I'm used to fighting out here, so I know how to conserve my strength and choose the best way to engage. We can talk more later. I've got another area to patrol. You should head back to Mondstadt for now. I'll see you around, Aether. And there we go. I seem to have completed all of the anecdotes. There were quite a few of them. I guess there were a total of 45 of them. Based on what I've looked up online, that's how many there's supposed to be, and that's how many I've done. So, anyways, anecdote rewards. I only had to see 20 of them in order to be able to claim all of these prizes. So let's claim all of those very fast. I'm glad I'm done with that. That was actually way longer than I anticipated it being. And there we go. That's the end of this timed event. I really hope that you enjoyed it. It took a while to record. I ended up, I remember pushing through near the end. It was like 2 days left on it or something at the time, but I didn't expect it to be so long. I was expecting it to only be like around 20 or so anecdotes. It turned out to be 45. But anyways, yeah, thanks again. The next time I play, I'm going to probably be doing either the Archon Quest or a timed event. I'm kind of hoping it's the Archon Quest, but with the newest update that they had, there's probably a new timed event that I'm just not aware of yet. So we'll see about that. So yeah, thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.